It's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the latest with me. YK in the building. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
YK, you just disappeared.
My mouth was like this. I'm going to post the picture on Instagram. Last week I was in serious pain. Yeah. Serious pain. My mouth it's still swollen. If you look at it,
so what happened? Was an extraction?
A root canal.
Root canal, yeah.
And it started as toothache over the weekend, and I couldn't sleep. You know, toothache is the second worst pain in the world. After labor pain, yeah. And then toothache, and then shutting your hand in the door is number 3.
Graded
we were driving
I don't even know.
The people who have graded pain.
Studied it.
We were driving from Ibadan. I was just they was just pitying me. I couldn't talk, I couldn't sleep, nothing.
How are you eating? Drinking?
I didn't eat. Even today, normally I would have eaten. I just be looking at myself, the mouth is still paining me. Just be managing yourself.
Good to see you. I like your phone pouch.
Oh, thank you. My daughter bought me several.
Really cute. It matches all your outfits.
Matching your outfit.
So I have quite a number, about 3 or 4.
Nice. How are you doing, BC?
I'm doing amazing. I've experienced that pain she's talking about. I did a root canal therapy in 2009. Yours was just 2 sessions. I did about 6 sessions. And they begged me to come and crown the tooth. I refused. That's the one that fell out 3 months ago now. That I had to go and redo it again and now wear the crown. So once you are done, please let them crown it for you.
They probably will. He will do it. My dentist is quite good. It's just the pain. Yeah, I've been using it for years. Right. And he said, chocolates, too much chocolates. And I can't deny it.
Wait, why do I feel like one earring is hanging on your hair and the other on the ear? Was that intentional?
That the hair.
I was wondering. I was like, hey, maybe that's YK's style. I wanted to be sure YK can come with those sort of styles. Anyway, I have to. Today is Senator Oluremi Tinubu OON's birthday. It's her birthday today. We have to celebrate her and celebrate the woman she is. Kind-hearted. For those who know her, she's an assistant pastor of the RCCG. She's a mother, a counselor, a mentor to many, and she is a leader indeed. And it's a day to celebrate the work she's done, especially in the past years. Congratulations to you, madam.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so anything happening?
Nothing much.
She have about 1 more minute. So what's going on?
You are not going out today.
Let me just take my alarm.
YK.
Tell us.
My mother is 1 year tomorrow.
Yeah. Are we marking it? Are we doing anything?
I'm not marking anything. People are calling. I'm like thinking, excuse me, it's just a year.
Yeah, but she's
in
a happy
party?
place.
She's in a happy place. I'm saying, I don't know why people just looking for parties. I'm thinking, excuse me.
Not hall. Like,
people just want to party.
Yeah,
I'm like, absolutely
get together,
not.
Family members.
Yeah, they were doing that tomorrow.
If the family get together, it's a different thing. But which one is party?
Just family, just not doing anything at all.
Me, I don't do party.
Yeah.
What's the best is I will serve akara. And then
that's something.
That's standard practice.
What's
tomorrow by God's grace. Anyways, let's go on a break.
Meanwhile, the Jackpa, I wanted to complain about the
Jackpa. What's going on with Jackpa? You just came back home this
Young people know. If a young person tells you, I'm traveling, say, when do we see again? When are you coming? Are you coming back?
They're not likely coming back.
Because they are not coming back.
Wow.
My account officer just say, I'm traveling. I said, are you coming back? I'm just taking my family.
I went to the office yesterday. I have like 2 or 3 offices I work in. As I was entering, 2 people are leaving. I went to another office. 2 people are leaving with their family. Everybody. So she said, I like book. What kind of foolish book do you like? Yes, you got admission and your family is going. You got a package that lets you go study abroad and you can go with your family.
The other day I saw my plumber.
Yeah, it's Japan.
You are chop up. Razaki. Baoni. One Canada see.
Nigerian government, what a lot of
just to the young people say, who will repair Nigeria if you won't go?
All of them have gone. We are here.
You want to leave out to the old people, then you complain that the old people are spoiled.
Like I have to go. We run out of time with this banter, but honestly, they've all gone. Let's go on a break. It's Wednesday. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us, Mikey, my choir coordinator. Please start Japan. Let's start with the nation. INEC clears Tinubu Atiku. Obi 15 others for the 2023 poll. Bajabia Miller raises hope on end to federal government and ASUU face-off. Senate to screen acting CJN Ariwola tomorrow. Third Republic was designed to fail, says Tinubu. Kalu, what Igbo stand to gain in APC presidency? Sanwo-Olu to U.S. investors, Lagos is ready for you. Ilorin indigenous kick against Unilori VC's appointment. Okay, which story are we starting with?
ASUU. So, we talked about ASUU yesterday, and they were supposed to have a meeting with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and then that meeting happened. And according to the report here, said they outlined 7 principal areas that they want the federal government to consider. And those are the requirements that will enable us to go back to class. And the government is going to be looking into that matter. So they are also supposed to have another meeting, which they will send out the letter hopefully today to the stakeholders that are supposed to be invited to that meeting. Now, according to, I think, the speaker was saying that they would get everything that ASUU has said they need to be done. They will wait till the president comes back from the United Nations and present it to him, that hopefully the president will accept this, because the idea of that meeting was for ASUU to meet government halfway, and they find a way that the government will meet ASUU halfway so that students can get back to school. So hopefully when the president comes back, he will look at what they have discussed and will hear what is the next move for ASUU.
All right, so the former governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, attended an event yesterday. It was was a presentation of the book Nigeria's Aborted Third Republic and the June 12th debate, and he was represented by the presidential the APC Presidential Campaign Council spokesperson Bayo Onodunga, and he was arguing that the Third Republic was actually designed to fail from the start, and it was not designed to succeed. According to him, that Ibrahim Babangida actually designed that transition, if you recall, I think it was between 1992 and 1993, when we had the interim government by Ernest Shonekan. He was saying that it was practically designed for him as a military president to come back as a civilian. That was the intention, and that the military government attempted to clone a new set of politicians known as the New Breed, and they had actually introduced an option A4, which we all know about, which is the system of voting done by queuing behind candidates and all that. He said a lot of things about the Third Republic, how Nigerians witnessed the form of government, but more importantly, he was saying that the spirit of June 12 is upon us again as we approach June 2023, and that we must vote right and ensure that we don't make the same mistakes we did in 1993.
In the past.
Like you have a story in the nation?
No, I don't.
Okay, another quick story before we go. So the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was reeling off his administration's achievements in the past 3 years to woo investors to the state. So he met a group of would-be investors in New York on the sidelines of the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly at a roundtable organized by the Business Council for International Understanding, BCIU, at Park Lane Hotel. And he got an exciting response from the group, and he was, telling them everything that Lagos had achieved. I want to mention a few that he mentioned. He said Lagos has achieved major strides in the past 3 years despite COVID-19, and he used the themes agenda, the 6-pillar development plan of his administration, as a guide. So according to him, he said the state's gross domestic product, that's the GDP, has gone up by $5 billion to about $145 billion and also $141 billion. And the budget has doubled to about $1.7 trillion, and infrastructural development has been really tremendous. He also mentioned landmark developments in transportation, the first pillar of themes, saying the Red Line and Blue Line rail projects were on track to be commissioned by the end of the year. So hopefully investors will likely want to come and invest in Lagos State.
Quickly now to the Punch. INEC clears Tinubu, Atiku, and others as the Justice for the National Assembly. Buhari addresses UNGA over 150 world leaders meet. Ondo buries 496 unclaimed corpses. Defend the 712 million naira fraud allegation, court tells Lamido. Students to block Abuja Airport, Kaduna Road today. Senate to screen acting CGN Lawan and reshuffles committees. Manufacturers spend 639 billion naira on power, self-generate over 14,000 megawatts. Muslim ticket, APC risk losing poll, says Dogara. Reps probe NNPC's 32-year joint ventures. Okay, why can you have the human interest story?
The human interest story is the Ondo story.
Yes.
That one is the they've done a mass burial for 496 corpses. They said they've just been dumping them all over, and the special advisor to health, Dr. Francis Faduyile, went to the morgues, said the morgues are in a deplorable state, and some of the, about 87 of the bodies were identified with their name tags, but the other 409 are not known.
Wow.
And they just had to
just clogging up the
mass burial because it would cause an epidemic. So the governor quickly signs the thing in.
That they should be buried.
Wow, that's really sad. These people forgot their dead bodies or something.
They may have been looking for them. They won't know they're in the morgue.
496? It's a lot. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I beg, never remove them. I want to see what's happening. Yes!
I'm not just streaming content, I'm just escaping traffic.
Get 2 GB data plus 1 hour YouTube free on Airtel Super Binge Plan. Dial *141 *514 hash now. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Looking fresh for your date? Get even fresher with Close Up. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely, keeping you protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Still fresh, still protected.
Feeling cool and protected.
All day confidence to get close.
Oh yeah, take me close.
New Close Up Triple Fresh formula.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient?
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child. Milo!
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes, so rising cost of energy has been disrupting productive activities in most Africa's manufacturing companies, and they said that they have been self-generating more than 14,000 megawatts of electricity due to the poor supply from power distribution companies. Now, according to a document compiled by Punch, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria on Tuesday said that they had spent 639 billion in alternative energy sources between 2014 and 2021. The manufacturers have spent 25 billion in 2014, 59 billion in 2015, 129.95 billion in 2016, and they've spent about 111.38 billion in 2017. They just kept, reeling out the numbers of what they have spent. And now the conversation is about how to harness renewable energy. They said a lot of other countries, such as, I want to get the countries now, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Algeria, and several other countries that have that sun energy have been able to harness solar power, and they are using it to, shore up their manufacturing companies. And Nigeria is a hot country. We need to harness this renewable energy. And they were also pleading that the federal government can allow manufacturers and independent petroleum products to import these products from Chad and I think a Republic of Niger to help ease things. So they need to open that port so that we don't have a lot of shortfall when it comes to getting energy for people to be able to manufacture. Things will be cheaper when manufacturers are able to lay their hands on energy and then focus on, finding a way to use solar power for our farms, our companies, and all of that.
All right. Did you take the students?
No, I did not. I took the major headline. Go ahead, Mikey.
They plan to block the Nnamdi Kanu Airport in Abuja and the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway today. They have said that they're going to block it, that they were supposed to block the Port Authority yesterday, but they changed their mind. They wanted to re-strategize, and they've done that, so they're moving to Abuja today, and some students will block the some students will block the Kaduna Express Road. Right. Meanwhile, Kaduna government have said, don't come here, that it is a security risk, that they should please.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's scary. I just thought about it now.
It's a major road, and okay.
So the long-awaited official list from INEC has been out. So Peter Obi of LP, Bola Tinubu of APC, Atiku Abubakar, alongside 15 others, have made the presidential list for the polls. There is about 4,223 candidates that are vying for 469 seats in the National Assembly. So this was said by Mr. Festus Okoye, who is the National Commissioner for the INEC, and he was saying that that the political parties have filled about the 1,101 candidates who battle for the 109 senatorial seats, while 312 candidates for the federal house. That makes up the 4,000 number I just mentioned. Also, they have 92 Senate, 228 for House of Representatives, and there are 11 persons with disabilities also in the race. And Senator Akpabio also made, former Governor Senator Akpabio also made that list. Remember, there was an issue of would he or would he not make the list. He made the list alongside others. So now we have the official list from INEC, and then so hopefully campaign should start officially next week. I think it's 28th. We're hearing the date of 28th, but not sure exactly. By the end of this month, definitely campaigns officially start, and then we'll start seeing billboards and people now manifestos.
They now know where everybody stays.
And then we now need to get serious with this campaign. Moving on with the Daily Sun. Let's find a story of not taking. PDP moves to sideline Governor Wike. Tinubu's presidency will benefit Southeast, says Kalu. Strike. Reps Education Minister moved to broker truce and meet ASUU. All theft pushing Nigeria's economy into coma, cautious Lawan. Buhari seeks fresh 402 billion naira loan via promissory notes. Dogari states opposition to APC's Muslim ticket, says is antithetical to nation building. Nnamdi Kanu must not die, Ohaneze warns his health deteriorating family raises the alarm. Okay, let me start with want to start?
Yes,
Go ahead,
so
please.
I found this story quite interesting. So the Senate Chief Whip, Orji Kalu, has said that the people of the Southeast will be the most beneficiary of Bola Tinubu's presidency if he wins the 2023 poll. He said this. He said while he addressed the newsmen in Abuja, the APC Congress. I think that was yesterday. And he said that he's worked with him closely even while he was governor. He understands that he's a strategist and would embrace the Igbo people. That the Igbo people he's an Igbo man for a start, and he believes in an Igbo extraction, someone of an Igbo extraction to become presidency, but he doesn't think the time is right now. That he needs a president that will come and everybody will rally around him, so they could try for next time and see how the whole of Nigeria will now agree to zone to the east. But for now, he's really in support of Tinubu because he knows that his own presidency, if he gets it, will benefit every other person. Right. So we're looking towards a president who is not just of a particular tribe. You are not the president of an Igbo people, you are the president of Nigeria. Whoever can bring unity between every other tribe in Nigeria.
Okay. I wanted to take the Nnamdi Kanu story as well.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The family have raised an alarm that he's not feeling well. He's complaining of stomach ache, and the DSS have not allowed his doctor, even though the court has given that order, express order that his family doctor should have access to him. They haven't allowed the doctor to see him, and he's complaining that, please, don't let this man die in prison. But allow him to see his doctor. The brother complained bitterly about it, saying he's really, really deteriorating.
Okay, so it seems PDP might be giving Governor Wike a sliding tackle. And this came because the zonal coordinator and the secretary, Ikom Akonjom from the South PDP, was saying that their consultative meeting that should ordinarily hold in Rivers State has been moved to a nearby state. And if you recall, Rivers State actually is the base for the PDP in South, and according to report, it seems as though they're trying to weaken his the Governor Wike's influence. That's why they're moving such an all important meeting as such, and moving it away from Rivers State. However, and many have said that this will be quite disturbing if indeed it's true. However, the PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba said that he has no knowledge of an alleged plot to relocate the South meeting, and he's not sure if the moves ever exist to actually move from that place. But there are suspicions that if they move this meeting away, they're trying to weaken the influence of Governor Wike, and this is just from the secretary from the PDP chapter in South. Okay, let's move on quickly now to the Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story we've not taken. Akpabio survives the one's name missing. Kachuku makes list. That's the INEC list I was talking about. Uganda declares Ebola virus outbreak. Oh my Lord. Hate speech, fake news, propaganda threats to Nigeria's democracy, says Jonathan. Police nab 15 suspected kidnappers in Ibadan. Makinde donates 10 operational vehicles to police. Ekiti PDP elders reject Fayoshe's leadership. Ohanes Ndigbo to federal government. Kanu must not die in prison. Oh. Over 100 confirmed dead in Jigawa flood, 400 houses sacked in Plateau. House of Reps to lay agreement with ASUU before president. And price of cooking gas increases by 101% in 1 year, says NBS. Okay, which story are we starting with in Tribune?
I think we should do the Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah, so the health authority in Uganda yesterday declared an outbreak of Ebola after a case of a sudden Ebola virus was confirmed in Mubende district in the central part of the country. So the Uganda Virus Research Institute confirmed the case after testing a sample taken from a 24-year-old male. And they had to carry out investigation by the National Rapid Response Team of 6 suspicious deaths that occurred in the district within the month. So they said they are currently suspecting cases, and those cases are receiving care in their health facility. And this is the first time in more than a decade that Uganda is recording the outbreak of sudden Ebola virus. They are not new to that Ebola virus, but you know, the outbreak is just coming after a very long time. So they are rolling out measures to ensure that a lot more people are not affected, and see what they can do so it doesn't spread.
Apparently, they are good at curbing the spread in Uganda. Yeah. They've been
they've mastered it.
So let's hope that, because Ebola no be COVID. I know even waka. I know my compound.
You know we can't walk.
I know we can't walk. Now so I'm going to suspect everybody. I beg, may I just do.
So former president of Nigeria and the president of the West African Elders Forum and ECOWAS Council of the Wise, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, is speaking, and we must listen. He said that hate speech, fake news, propaganda is the greatest threat to democracy. Anybody who is an advocate is a threat to democracy, like a gun. So he's saying that hate speech is just like a gun. You're threatening democracy. He said that he pointed out that anybody who needs money should not venture into politics. Rather, the person should go into business. Former military head said,
to make the money.
Yes, now.
But we know politics is a way to also make the money.
So he said anyone interested in leadership must, and their supporters must know we need peace before they are supporting who they are supporting can emerge. So we need a nation first before you get a presidency or a governor. So you must believe in your nation as a whole, as an entity, before you start talking about I support this person, I support that person. So it's just reminding us that, listen, as elections are coming, we should desist from hate speech and propaganda. I think that's all we can take. Okay. That's a very important story, YK.
No, it was just the death toll in Jigawa. It has reached 100 from the flooding.
Whoa.
I think that's alarming. Really, really alarming. And they've also warned that it's going to be there are more floods coming. I think about 19 states, I believe, have been told to stockpile and prepare for that. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Will you remember on TVC?
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick from a distance, they were like, this is Sharma, this is Sharma.
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm 3 hours, 2 minutes after the
minus 1 year, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to see.
That's why they'll keep
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not a sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now. Do it to it. Do it. Do it.
It's downright time to speak.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table. So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk.
Thanks for staying with us. The federal government is proposing a ban on the consumption of animal skin, popularly known as Ponmo. According to the Director General of the Nigerian Institute of Leather and Science Technology, (D+es), Professor Mohammed Yakubu, the habit of eating animal skin, which has no nutritional value, should be stopped in order to save the industry and boost the nation's economy. What are your thoughts on this? You can call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. In a nutshell, they're asking you to stop eating Ponmo. Now, this is a delicacy in many parts of Nigeria. In fact, you can't even do any F4 now without Ponmo. Because once the Ponmo is not sticking, you're thinking, diced the point. I think, and then you didn't put Ponmo here, you know. And the reality is that this is an export product. This is an export material that Nigeria could be earning dollars from. And here we are eating our future. So what are your thoughts on this? Call us on the numbers on your screen. BC, your thoughts on this? Let me start with you.
Let's not eat our future in Jesus' name. So I've stopped eating Ponmo in over 1 year now because I just realized that there were a lot of fakes in the market. So they now started tasting in a very funny, taste like chaff. No, like there was a time Ponmo was Ponmo. You could guarantee that this is coming from cow. you know. But after a while, the market was just mixed. A lot of people were bringing in horses, camel, and everything was just mixed. So you buy Ponmo and the thing is tasting very funny, no matter how you spice it up and make it. So I just told myself, this is no longer healthy. There's no need for the Ponmo. There's no nutritional value for it. And I will not die if I stop eating it. So for, I think a year, 6 months now, I've not eaten Ponmo. Like if I go out and I'm eating, I don't even order it. I've avoided it and I've not died. That's what I want Nigerians to understand. I'm still looking very fresh, not eating the Ponmo. And before I stopped eating the Ponmo, I also noticed that it was becoming very expensive. Before, you could, with 500 naira, buy like a large chunk of that Ponmo after they cut it for you. But they were not selling one long one, you know those round robo ones, the long one for 200 at the time before I even stopped eating it. I don't know how much they are selling the Ponmo now. And I know that Nigerians resorted to eating Ponmo because they felt, okay, if we don't get so much meat, let's use this to augment so that the food looks rich and all that. There are other ingredients, other things that you could eat. You won't spend as much as when you're buying the meat. Like the entrails are very healthy that we could eat. Entrails like shaki, kidney, heart. Those ones, our forefathers were eating it even before, more than they ate the beef itself because it had more nutritional value. But now government is saying that if we stop eating this Ponmo, we can use this cow skin to make leather and improve our economy. I think everybody should just adjust.
So there's always that part of, okay, this is the most affordable protein many poor people can afford on their table, because as you said, many people can't. The average man there can't afford beef. It's quite expensive. I bought 3,000 naira beef the other day.
Very tiny.
And it was like, in fact, you couldn't fill a whole pot. So and you're thinking to yourself, so the man who can't afford that is saying, Ponmo, at least 200 naira, I'll eat that Ponmo, and it's the meat for me. Interestingly, I don't like Ponmo. I really, my husband loves it. Like, he can die for this thing. If you don't put Ponmo in soup, you've not even cooked at all. So if he doesn't see that it's sticking out, you've not cooked. So I have to buy it because he likes it, but I'm not big on it. Like, what are your thoughts, especially because the poor man is saying, this is what I eat. This is what I know.
Well, I was listening to the radio this morning, and one of the hosts called his doctor friend or sent a text to his doctor friend, and he said that the Ponmo, especially the one you get in Lagos, is they chemicalize it with something that they use to preserve corpses. So what you are eating. So the other co-host,
formalin, right?
The other co-host who loves Ponmo was saying, "Yay! He's a lie. You are lying to me." He said, "I'm not lying. See the text." You know. So I found that. See, personally, I'm not even big on beef. Not talk of Ponmo. So it has no effect on my own person. But if it is being preserved with what they used to preserve corpses, what is it doing? It's a chemical thing that must be injuring. I mean, you see, someone I know recently was diagnosed with a kidney problem. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke.
Wow.
So these are the kind of things that are affecting Nigerians that we don't know, and then you just see that you have been living what you think is a healthy life, and
you're not healthy.
You are now diagnosed with a kidney problem.
Well, okay, the argument remains, because I mean, whenever we try to discuss the issue of subsidy, remove subsidy, we say, the poor man, this is the only fuel, at least they can put small fuel in their
generator. I better pass my neighbor.
They can put small in their bike. They can, this is what the poor man put. So don't remove subsidy because of these people. You know, you have to consider them. They built a whole economy around this fuel, because so you can manage diesel. You can actually manage, but the poor man needs that. Don't remove subsidy because you need to continue to pay subsidy because the poor man needs it. The same argument here. The poor man needs the Ponmo because they can't afford what you can afford, which is beef, which is all the other options, the chicken. This is the one thing they can put on them. So are we going to say we're going to take that from that because we want to now grade? Because that argument comes. We must see that we're looking at arguments across board.
You can say you want to remove it, but if that's thing is actually injuring him, if he's killing him. Are you going to give him what is killing him?
Something is killing us because we're not buying, we're not paying, we're not fixing our roads. It's killing us because they'll tell you they don't have money to build schools, to build infrastructure. They'll tell you they don't have money to improve our hospitals. They'll tell you they don't have money because they say they are paying subsidies.
But this one is personal and it's poison.
This one you are taking it, you are swallowing it into your system.
Okay, let me hear it because
the fact. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and the fact that we also do not have a proper healthcare system that caters for the poor. Shouldn't you start taking care of yourself? So, let's assume that you don't have money and you cannot even afford to buy the Ponmo. Will you die? You can make that. I've not been eating meat now for how many months? I've not died. No animal protein has entered my system for months.
We have more expensive options.
No. They're not more expensive options. Mushrooms are not more expensive. Go to your backyard and pluck the mushrooms. They are not more expensive. There are other things that are cheaper that you can use to, that is if you don't have, some people can afford to buy fish now. Let's not act like it's only Ponmo that poor people are eating. They are eating fish. There's Titus, there's a Kote, there's a, what's that one? Shower, there's a Panla, smoked one that Nima used to help us to buy. We know how to organize these things. We're saying this is poisonous. That's one for you personally. So even if you're not thinking about the country, you don't care about how they want to make their money, but personally, it's not going down well for your system in the long run. If you break down, you do not have the health insurance to take care of yourself. Let's take that.
Fantastic. Let me go on a break. When we come back, we'll open our phone lines and take a few tweets. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and they were like, this one, this is Sharma, this is Sharma.
Saying it, not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm
Siri, I was 2 minutes after the
Minus here, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to see.
That's why they'll keep it.
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now. Do it to me. Do it. Do it.
It's downright television just got real. Real stories, real emotions, real anger, real love, real tears, real lost.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still going to be talking about Ponmo, and we're going to be opening our phone lines to be hearing from our viewers. But I guess what's so important is what we're discussing during the break, the amount of chemicals that go into every bite. That go into your system with every bite you take of this Ponmo. They go through a whole lot of process. I always thought it was just boiling and boiling and boiling until it gets softened.
But waiting.
But I'm learning that the formalin actually softens it and make it consumable. Now, the problem I have is that it's widely accessible. Everybody's selling it. So it's not about just talking about it on the show today. How are we passing that information to the people, to the abattoirs, to the butchers, those who are killing these cows? What are they doing? How do we tell them not to take off the skin and then return to factory? To dry for leather? What do they plan to do?
Yeah, so in response to that, first of all, let me quickly answer what came to my mind where you were explaining the process it goes through before I forget. And so aside from the fact that they soften it with the chemicals, they use tires to roast it. They use plastics, plastics that we used to buy, our kerosene, palm oil and all that, to roast it, to further roast it so that it will be easy to scrape out that skin. The process is quite dangerous for what you'll be consuming. And no matter how you put it in your pot with your spices and pepper, it doesn't take away the fact that it's been deadened in that chemical and roasted with tires. That's years of, and like YK rightly mentioned, you get sick after how many years and you don't even know where it's coming from. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you have a healthy lifestyle, but then they are diagnosing there's cancer here, there's kidney failure here, there's this, there's that here. So we need to be very, very careful.
Let me take Garba. Okay. Garba from Macaulay. Good morning. Are you there, Garba?
Caller.
You're live. Go ahead.
You see, honestly, I'm calling Nigeria to stop eating Ponmo. I'm telling you this. If you see how they are processing it, they are making it from the slaughter. You will not eat it. They will get tire of vehicle. They will burn it. All those black smoke on it. And sometimes, most likely here in Macaulay, it's close to river bank. They will just go river bank and fetch water after they burn it with that tire and take that water and wash it and start selling it. People will start consuming it. At the end of the day, you will consume something that will poison you.
Yeah.
The fact is that even the tire that they're using to burn the skin is that fact.
Oh. He's also corroborating what he said.
He's talking about the tires as well. And you see, what we don't, these are slow poisons, Into
your kidney.
Yes. You just see your liver or your kidney will just collapse.
Fail.
It will fail. And then you'll be wondering, but I didn't do anything wrong. But what we're,
poisonous.
So I think we should try to educate people. Because they say something that is sweet in your mouth can't kill you. I'm a personal. I spent last week in the house crying in pain because I like chocolate and chocolate is so sweet.
Is chocolate killing you now?
Is the chocolate killing me that I couldn't come to work last week? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So don't say the thing that is sweet because the chocolate I ate the night before the.
We need to really
the chocolate I ate
yeah.
that body to take was so sweet. It's still in my car. I can give you if you want.
I don't want
to eat chocolates.
Well, my mouth, I say I was crying. So don't say the thing that is sweet in your mouth will not kill you. It will kill you.
Yeah.
The bottom line.
So a lot because I have my husband is just Ponmo, like in fact, F4 is not complete without Ponmo. I mean, so and in fact the time I went to a party and the lady dished out a malabula for me with everything. And she now put plenty Ponmo thinking that she was really sorting me out. I just saw the Ponmo, I just said, Brown, take. Oh, Brown, like, Ponmo, he just picked out the Ponmo first. But it's like, so he loves this thing. How do I go back home and say, Uncle, this thing you're eating is poison?
Yeah, it's a delicacy that we have come to enjoy. We have our dishes patterned to that delicacy.
Yes,
so there's this, what they call unkwabi that we do in my place. Unkwabi is usually done with cow leg. Right. You know, you do it, delicacy, you sprinkle some leaves, bitter leaves on top, really nice. You can't have an Igbo hosting without having unkwabi, abacha, and all those things. We have found a way to introduce Ponmo inside. So instead of using, because the cow leg is actually more expensive than the Ponmo, you use Ponmo, you do your own kwabi, and it has become like a Ponmo delicacy. You know, people have this pepper Ponmo that you see those girls that carry baskets and they sell, you know, in traffic. You just flag them down, buy your Ponmo, and you are chilling in traffic and waiting for when your car will move and all that. So it will be a difficult conversation to have, especially with people who do not understand, who do not have an idea of what you're talking about. So now they'll receive the message and say, hey, they want us poor people not to survive. But that's beyond the message. Now, the government needs to do a lot in sensitizing these people, and they'll have to go through use local languages. You have to go to the markets, you have to go to the local government, you have to have jingles on TV. You will be talking, let it become a mantra that everybody, to be on the lips of every Nigerian, that this is not healthy for us anymore. That's the only way this message can enter.
It's not even anymore. It has never been healthy.
Yeah, if you come out straight to say, okay, we are banning this, you go into the market, you scatter their products, you know the way we perceive things. We see it as this is a fight. They want to finally kill us. They are not giving us, they are not doing subsidy, they are not doing this, they are killing us, they are taking away our means of livelihood. They want to suffer us. So since we can't eat Ponmo, we should not eat anything anymore. Right. The government needs to be systemic in this.
Let me take this call from Norway. It's been holding for a while. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
You're live. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I want to contribute in terms of this Ponmo issue?
Yeah, in Norway now. How this matter concern you, sir?
You chop Ponmo for there.
Hey, I watch you guys every blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I work in the afternoon time, so before I go to work,
okay.
I'm watching you.
So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead, please.
So what I want to say is that this Ponmo issue, to ban Ponmo in Nigeria is not going to help. We need Ponmo. But the issue is that to educate people how to roast Ponmo. When I was in Nigeria with my children last time, I buy cows. They slaughter the cow for me. They want to roast the Ponmo tire with carnet. I'm the one that say no, they should not do it. They say no, you are coming like you are from Europe because of you are from Europe. I say no. I use my hand with my children, roasted it with firewood.
Yourself.
Because I know the consequences. Yeah, by myself, with my children. Okay? So, it's just to educate Nigerians how to roast Ponmo with charcoal or firewood. That is my contribution.
Thank you. So, instead of saying don't eat Ponmo, he's saying teach, the sensitization should be about how to roast it healthier, not the way we do it currently. Because we can't say ban it like that. That's what he's saying. That's another option.
They're not even asking to ban it. They're just saying
we need to reduce the consumption, right?
so that we can use it.
So do leather.
Let me go to what Dr. Kim Additional had mentioned back in 2014. He was speaking at the Animal Science Association.
We are dealing with the facts. If you use formalin, it's bad for your health. If you use tires to roast it, it's bad for your health. That's all. It's not a point of view.
Let me take Ruth. Ruth, are you there? Our final call on this topic?
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, ma.
Morning, Ruth.
Ma, I was just watching the news now, and I heard when, but she goes to the market today, and she can't even find cocoyam. The ones she finds are very little. So things that we used to have around us before, we can't find them any longer. Types of things have increased. Buying Ponmo now is like stopping people that could afford those Ponmo from eating what they could afford. If the government wants to like say, okay, Ponmo is
Oh, Ruth, I gotta talk to you. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Ruth. Oh, you gotta call her back because I need to have her ask her about the health factors we mentioned, if that even means anything to her.
Yes, so the first thing now is a misinterpretation of what the government is trying to say because of the mindset of the people. Everything will be now that they want to take this away from us again. So if we can find a way to take out that trust and leave the messenger right now and listen to the message. What is this doing to me personally as a human being? Is it good for my health? Can I do without it? Are there people who live without eating Ponmo and they are having good lives? They don't have so much, but they can find a way around things that they would eat. Even the scripture said he gave the herbs of the field for meat. There are certain herbs that are highly proteinous that we are not aware because we're a meaty generation. We eat a lot of meat in this part of the world. We can start looking into those options for our health. This is not for government, for your health. But I would also want the government to do more than just saying we can use this. Are there factories that they are marking that would, process and manufacture this Ponmo into the bags and the shoes we're talking about? Or are they just saying, take it off and then we start exporting Ponmo again because we sell everything we have and then buy the finished product?
What she was saying, what I heard her say is that, so for example, for Marlene, as Miriam also said that it's not only used in preserving just Ponmo, it's used in preserving fish, chicken, and all the food we have. So she's saying that there are ASUU, there are things, pollution, there are things going to kill Nigerians. So don't assume that it's only Ponmo that has these poisonous elements that can actually harm our body. That even the air itself that we breathe in itself is enough to kill us. So one thing will kill you in Nigeria.
Another thing I was going to say, if they do regulate and start to say, oh, you cannot use this to, what will happen is Ponmo will become expensive and then they will still blame the government. They will say,
bring the machine to
preserve. Make Ponmo expensive man's food. So
thank you. I get that on that point. We'll see. Well, as we say in Nigeria, God will help us.
Now something go kima.
That's all we can take on this.
Go with your
when we come back, we'll discuss another hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Will you remember on TVC?
Television just got real. Real stories, real emotions, real anger, real love, real tears, real lost. Television just got real. It's lights.
If you could tell Saga anything right now, what would it be?
God will judge me.
Roll camera.
Oh, thank God of hard life, not because of woman. God hard life.
Real action.
Do you ever go out with any of your female fans?
Well, you went in.
Wow! Tune in to the only reality TV review show on television, Reality Check on TVC. Thursday nights from 11 p.m. It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and she was like, this is Sharma,
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm 3 hours, 2 minutes after the
Minus on here, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to see.
That's why they'll keep
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not a sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now. Do it to me. Do it. Do it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news.
Thanks for staying with us. So there was a heartbreaking story over the weekend about the news of a woman who died in an auto crash while chasing her husband and his mistress along the Murtala Mohammed Highway, Calabar, Cross River State. According to reports, the woman was said to be in pursuit of her husband, alleged to be with the mistress in his car, when she lost control of the vehicle and veered off into a ditch. So the conversations have come up and people are talking, especially because the alleged side chick was how Mariam put it yesterday. She was taken off safely, tucked away safely before, because the story, according to the story, I mean, these are unconfirmed reports, but according to the story, while the woman was chasing the man, when she veered off, when she obviously veered off to hit the wall, he parked the car, got the mistress off the car, then drove back to see his wife to try to help her. And many took that as, so you had to ensure the safety
take care of
auntie before you, but different angles. But then this now brings the conversation of all the issues of mistresses, side chicks, girlfriends, and how we raise demons and curses on these people. And somehow, in some cases, they come out being the winners in many equations. We had discussed it during King Charles's emergence, when we said that his wife, Kamala, has now become the queen consort. And we're thinking to yourself, Camilla, we're not saying that she became the queen consort, and we're thinking to ourselves, this was a side chick at some point. This is something many would have loved for Queen Diana to emerge, to become the queen consort at this time. But lots of these things, these are stories that happen where you see the equation doesn't always come out the way we always expect it to come out. So in this situation right now, men will say, has the woman lost out because she has 3 children that she left behind? What are your thoughts on this, especially as wives, people who are in serious relationships, partners, and you feel that, okay, how far would you go in this if you were in that woman's shoes? It's easy to say, I would never do, but you never know when you find yourself in that, where you are hurt, because there are many circumstances. I don't want us to just think she saw and chased. There could have been a build-up.
Yes.
There's likely to have been built. The various factors could have happened that got to that point where she says, I'm going to chase up and see this for myself. So we don't know.
Well, I think Because one of her friends apparently tweeted to say she had been going through this, he'd been cheating on her, and she'd been going through this. But there's another story that says another friend called her to say, oh, I can see your husband at the mall. I think people should be a bit more
sensitive.
Yes, before you call anybody's wife.
I agree.
Why are you calling the wife to say, I saw your husband? What is your own business? You want to marry the man?
If she's the one you're helping your friend.
Don't help.
What kind of help is that?
Don't help like
because
that.
Because
I don't agree with that kind of help.
Okay, there are different sides to this story. Because if your friend has complained to you several times, or maybe you've tried to tell your wife, your friend, wait, this is happening, I heard this is happening, and she doesn't believe you. I have seen them in the mall. This is what I'm seeing. Come and see. They're different. We never know how these things happen. Say your thoughts on this.
It was so painful that this happened, and she ended up losing all the ways. She lost all round. She lost the husband. She lost her kids. She lost her life because of this sort of infidelity. And we always tell women, when it happens the first time, it happens again, you have to tell yourself one or two things. Can I deal with this going forward? Should I stay and close my eyes and mind my children? Can I cope? Or should I leave? There are always those two options. If you think he's going to change, you are deceiving yourself. If you think after a while something is going to happen that will transform him, if you think it's by your doubling up, by cooking better meals, by dressing well and all that will make him stay at home, a cheater is a cheater. It has nothing to do with you. He will not change. So you tell yourself, I've seen women who stayed in relationship that the men cheated all through the marriage. They're still happily married. They just told themselves, this is my life. I know this man goes out. Uncle, please protect yourself so you don't bring nonsense to me. I'm going to focus on my children, focus on my life, focus on my career. And they live through.
And they get away so easy.
No.
That's the patriarchal's world. You let this man get away.
The night that you chased them and you died, who now got away? Because the truth is that night, that girl will be rubbing his head and telling him sorry for losing his wife.
No.
Now, I had an uncle from a far distant area, and he had this wife at home who was giving him hell, according to him, because me, I did not see the hell. But then he had a side chick. Now, this side chick he was dating as a girlfriend before he married the wife. So I don't know why he didn't marry the side chick and decided to marry the wife.
Always happens.
After marrying the wife, he kept on with that relationship. And this woman was fighting him everywhere. Enter the bar, would see him, would tear his shirt and all that. After a while, the woman, in one of the fights, something happened, and that was how she was in the hospital. That night, Auntie came to take care of him, to nurse him. That is the life of a man. So tell yourself the truth. Can I stay? Some people, for them, it's not their deal breaker. As long as you're taking care of me and my family, I'm fine. I will be okay. I'll hold the home front for you. Go and do your thing and come out. That's what the reality they have seen, and they have told themselves they can stay. For others, they will pack their bags and go because they cannot deal. But that idea of chasing him from club to club, fighting the woman who is involved, I think women should stop doing that. Let me give
you two scenarios, because I know that we get all these kind of stories in our DMs all the time, people sending me messages. And I do recall I once said that he didn't have anything when she started with him, and they grew together, and she practically did the home. Now, by God's grace, he's been able to build something, and now they are happy. He's looking better, he's more happier. And then this side chick comes in, because now he has confidence. He's not going to, he knows a Chelsea fan. He's a Kineko fan. We'll start going to the boys and hanging out. So she said she observed he started changing, and she was happy. You're now having the confidence. But it came with the side chick factor. And she just felt that, she felt betrayed. So this person went all the way in getting evidence. So all she was just trying to get evidence. To take a picture, to prove. So not because she was heartbroken, but she wanted to have the facts to say, family, I'm leaving this guy because I saw him at this person. I have a picture of this. I have evidence of this. So she didn't do a chase like this person, but she was going around getting evidences. Now, while doing that, anything could have happened to her.
Yeah.
But the truth is that in her own, to give her that satisfaction that I did everything I could for this person and I left based on evidence. I didn't just leave because of hearsay. She was justified to go and find those evidences. So are we saying that if you hear, you suspect, regardless, just move on?
I think you should be smart in your getting invested. You can hire a private investigator. See, don't put yourself,
their work.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a line where you can get hurt because you want to prove a case. You want to fight, Abi? You go gather your pockets, hire a private investigator, follow this idiot around, and make sure that you catch him, take pictures and all that. And that friend that even called should have just done a simple video and sent to her friend. Abi, you didn't need to call her. She could have been nursing a child. She had something she was doing, and then she.
No,
and
my
you know
own
the kind of
point.
friend you have that will panic and want to move. I think we need to be more responsible in passing this sort of messages. If I go out there and I see your guy outside, I will
Are you going to call me?
Why will I call you?
You that you call me, I will ask you. So what's your why?
I won't call you.
Abi, you think if I see any of your men with women, I will call you? I will not call you.
But tell me later, Sha.
I won't tell you. I will not tell you.
Don't call me, no, tell me later.
I will not.
So that I can just
let me just
position
say it
myself.
here. If I see Mr. Ugo, if I see Mr. Brown with any woman, this is how I will look. In fact, if Mr. Brown sees me, he will look at me. I will look at him as if I didn't see him. So he will be confused as whether I saw him or not, because I will just do. Me, I'm telling you the truth. It is not my business. If you want to find out if your husband is cheating, go and find out. It's not my business. And it's not my business to tell you.
YK, do you know that there's some people that will give you the testimony that they fought? I mean, I have heard mothers say, I stood there, I fought hard, tooth and nail for my, I can never let, what they call it, Igbami, whatever, I stay by my, whatever, how they say. She tried to tell use jazz. And they went all out to destroy the to get their home. Some women will give you those kind of testimonies. They'll make a young woman who's actually a lawyer. She's an accomplished lawyer, this woman that passed on. You hear these mothers bragging about how they did things to fight and kept their home, and you feel like, well, don't give up so easy. You tell yourself, don't give up so easy. Go there, check, fight. I mean, get the evidences, do this, do that. Maybe that's what chased her. She chased that man to the point where I need to know for myself if this indeed is who I think it is. It's possible. She goes, I know this girl. Could it be this person I think? So my husband, I will sort you out later. But I need to see the face of that girl. That girl, I want to see that face. You never know what's in the heart of these women.
She's seeing the face now.
She now saw the face, Abi. And she has not gone to the other world, Abi, after seeing the face. No. There are smart ways. The scripture says wisdom is profitable to direct. There are smart ways that you can find out this information. I've also had stories of people who went to, let me see the face, and they went there and the side chick beat the wife blue and black, and the man disappeared. I've had those stories. Do I want to get there and be beaten? Do I know if that one has one bone? I can't fight that sort of fight. Let's just be wise with it. I've seen women who fought on their knees. They entered their room, locked the door, and they fired prayer. Anybody who comes after my husband, this, that, and they were able to win their husbands back. So fighting another person because of the choice your husband has made is not even a wise thing to do. I don't think it's personally, my personal opinion, I don't think it's a wise thing to do. I will handle the issue with my husband personally. And we will have an agreement. This monogamy we are doing, is it working or is it not working? Am I in a polygamous marriage without knowing that I am? You have to tell me how it is. Is it okay if we part ways or we stay, you know your duties? In fact, I would be upset that you were caught. What is wrong with you? Yes, you're not smart.
Let me go on a break. When we come back, we'll open our phone line. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Television just got real. Real stories, real emotions, real anger, real love, real tears, real lost. Television just got real. It's lights.
If you could tell Saga anything right now, what would it be?
God will judge me.
Roll camera.
Oh, thank God of hard life, not because of woman. God hard life.
Real action.
Do you ever go out with any of your female fans?
Well, you went in.
Tune in to the only reality TV review show on television, Reality Check on TVC. Thursday nights from 11 p.m. It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and they were like, this is Sharma, this is Sharma.
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm
Siri, I was 2 minutes after the
minus on here, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to
That's why they'll keep
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it, love. Do it too.
Will you remember on TVC?
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of side chick because sometimes it looks like the side chicks win at the end of the day. You know, you grew up with this, it will never happen, God forbid, you know. And then in some cases, the equation is such that the side chick won. And we look at it and thinking, how best could we have managed these situations? And it's important that women, we put ourselves in the shoes of this woman, because I don't want to believe she was stupid. I don't want to believe she was dumb. I would like to believe she's very smart, because she's a lawyer. She's smart. I don't think she intentionally wanted to just chase up to her death. I think there was something she was trying to achieve. Unfortunately, maybe she went about it the wrong way. But there's the angle of love. When you love someone with all your heart and might, when you feel that I have given this person my all, you know, sometimes marriage, you do arrange marriage, somebody, you are there for this, you are there for that, your heart is not there, so even if you cheat, so well. When you give your entire being, everything you have to this person, and you feel betrayed, we don't know what that emotion can push you to do. That emotion could be so strong, because betrayal in itself is a terrific emotion that can push anybody either way. So I don't want us to judge this woman that she pushed herself to death so much, but I really want us to talk to women who find themselves in these shoes where they feel completely betrayed and they can't move forward until they see justice. What is justice to somebody who feels that they have worked all her life for this person, and this person has betrayed them and gone out into their marriage? What do you think that person should do?
So before you give yourself to another person, ask yourself, how many of myself have I given to me? It starts from there. You cannot give what you do not have. A lot of us do not know how to love because we have been deprived, we have been traumatized growing up. A lot of things have happened, and then we see this person who just, symbolizes that love, that hope, that union we are looking forward to, and then you give yourself And you forget that you are dealing with a human being in the process of being, the process of developing. Humans are evolving every day. You could have met him at a stage where he had nothing. And so it was just you that he was seeing. And then some small change started coming. He now realizes that, okay, this one is a bit beneath me. Let me look forward. Let me see this. Let me see that. You don't know that person. You gave your being everything. And I'm not saying it's not okay to love wholeheartedly, but when you love yourself first, when situations like this happen, you are in a better place to process and ask yourself, in this fight, is there a spoil for me? What will I get out of this fight? Should I go in? Should I come back? Should I step back? Should I observe? Because you know who you are and you have loved yourself first. So women need to start loving them, and not just women,
Don't finish
even men.
Fantastic.
Love yourself in such a way that when issues like this happen, you are in a better state of mind. You are not rushing from a place of trauma. If I lose him, I'm dead. If I lose him, this will happen. If you lose anybody, you will survive. Stay there and operate from there.
Let's take that in for a minute. That was fantastic. Let me take this call. Peter, you there? You're live. Go ahead, Peter. Hello, Peter, are you there? Oh, I think I lost that call. So that for me, that was huge, because a lot of people forget that they have to love themselves first, and it starts from within. But you see, a lot of women are already there. They didn't get to that point where I love myself, so they found themselves in marriage. It was marriage that made them, give them the confidence. I am Mrs. John. I am this person, and that confidence they have is from that. So when you take that off, you strip them of everything they are, to who they are in their church, who they are in their work, who they are. It totally strips a woman off. Once you feel like this man did this to me, and I'm not the most important thing to him anymore. He's about to marry somebody. Your queen's son, Camilla. She's now the queen consort, which many are saying, our cherished Diana did not get to this point. I mean, I would have loved to see Diana at this moment, glowing next to Charles. But sadly, she's gone.
And that's life. And that's life.
They were already divorced, Chad, before.
Yeah, but the complications of the royal family that led to the point of divorce.
But he was cheating in the marriage. Apparently, she too was cheating in the marriage. So, I think that, in this part of the world especially, it is, I go to school, I graduate, next thing is a husband. You don't find yourself. You don't know who you are. You just go straight from, and most of us, you hardly hear of a woman renting house. In fact, landlord will not rent house to you.
At all. From your father's house?
Straight to your husband's house. So you have not even identified yourself, identified who you are. You are just, so you are from one house to another, you are not an independent in any way.
Exactly.
True.
So what happens is, so I think I advise women to even get to know themselves first before you, like you said, know who I am before I enter this marriage. So you are entering as a human being, not as an appendage.
Yeah,
I like that.
Exactly.
It's a human being. Complete.
Then complete. The man will accept you as you are. Because that is who he fell in love with, a human being, not the person who won't become racist by force.
I know of a story of a woman who was able to manage the side chick thingy because her husband at the time had a facility, like a nice mini complex where they do things. So the husband and wife were there, and the husband rented out a portion of that facility to his ex, who they are still very good friends with. So the wife felt a bit uncomfortable with that scenario, that why is she still here? Because when they're hanging out, sometimes in the evenings they're hanging out, the ex will come hang out gisting with her husband, and she would just come in, seeing them, then gisting and laughing together. And it was her own way of, because she loved him so much, she didn't want him to come out. So she didn't want to come across as if I'm not understanding that you're just friends. I want to trust that girl is not your side chick. She's just your friend, and I want to prove to you that I trust you. So I allow it. But then you allow little, before you know it, they get closer. Before you know it, at what point must you do that grab? But listen, cut it off. I don't want. How do you put boundaries around your spouse? Because you don't want them to think as if you're jealous. You don't want them to feel as if you're not insecure or you're not secure enough. You want to make them feel I am secure.
Yeah.
How much boundaries is the woman allowed to put around her spouse or even a man allowed? Because I mean, we're women here. That's what we're talking about with that gender. But how much generally, how much boundary could you put around?
Mariah, it's okay to be insecure and show your insecurities, but where and when you show the insecurities is what people should begin to learn. So I may be insecure that this particular fine babe is coming around my husband. I don't like her. It's not like I don't trust my husband. And even if I don't trust my husband, somebody is coming around you that I don't like. I will show my insecurity in the bedroom. And it will start with a conversation. Now, let me tell you one scope I gave to a friend of mine who called some time ago that the husband...
Let me pause you for a second. I want to hear that scope. That call is holding. Titilola, are you there?
Yes, please.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Hello?
Yes.
My name is Titilola.
Yes.
I really appreciate the lady in the middle. I don't know her name.
BC Obiajulu.
She has said it all.
Yes.
One thing is that we women should try not to let men make us go crazy. Whatever they do, an average man, whether black or white, is a cheater. They cheat on their wife. And when you are in a relationship that doesn't make you happy, or your husband is cheating on you, if you cannot take it, please walk away.
Yeah.
Love yourself first. Love your family if you have children. Think about them, because if anything happens to you, the side chick becomes the wife. In the case of this lady that just happened, Camila became, it wasn't a point of correction again, Camila wasn't a side chick. She was a child's first girlfriend. But because of the royal family having one issue or the other, he never married her. And she went ahead to marry someone else. Along the line, Diana, in a way, was forced to marry, or Charles was forced to marry Diana. Things went bad. She couldn't cope with the marriage. She was very young when she got married, so I agreed with her. But at the point when she was also supposed to walk away, she never walked away. By the time the divorcing came, she started having affairs herself. And at the end of the day, in the process of having an affair, she died. The so-called side chick, ex-girlfriend, ended up being the one, not being the queen, is it constant? So we women should just learn to walk away when things are not happening.
Thank you very much, Titola. I think you did it well.
Yeah. So that particular story, and this man was, she was suspecting the man was cheating, and she had talked to him, but then these calls keep coming in the middle of the night and everything. She cried to me. She was like, Auntie, you have been telling us relationship gist from university. Please, what do I do about this situation? And I said, okay, you know what? Since you've spoken to him, he's promised nothing is happening, but these calls keep coming in. He will be hiding in the toilet to receive calls and everything. I said, Auntie, every 12 or like 2 weeks, call me. I will act as a guy on the other side. Then we'll be talking, you laugh. When you laugh, you throw your legs up. I just told her some things that she should do. So I set alarm. By 12, we did this for like 2 weeks. By 12, she'll call me. I will escape from my room so that I don't wake up my husband. And because I didn't tell him what was happening. And I go to the other room and we'll be talking. She'll be laughing, like hush, like she's keeping secrets. Then when the guy passes, she'll quickly, I'll call it back, and she'll cut the phone. The guy was observing for 2 weeks. The guy now called her and said, are you cheating on me? And she said, no, but there's this. He said, who are you always calling? You hide, you leave, you wake up in the night. 12, I've been monitoring you. 12, you hide, you do this, you do that. So I was like, no, it's just this guy that, the guy said, I'm not, I will tell that lady to stop calling me. So what the guy saw was, this was a woman who was trying to own her own. I've told you I don't like this. You are going ahead. Okay, me too can play the game. And she said in 3 months, that call stopped. She didn't know what the husband told the lady. She just realized that the call stopped coming, and then it was later she now gisted the man that I was actually playing with, which I told her you wouldn't have if you leave him like that, honestly. So that next time in his head, he will not try it. So people who cheat, this is just because I'm not talking for just the men and the women. They observe you. They push the boundaries. They know that you are good. You have told them that this is it. We die here. I cannot leave you. You are my life. You are my soul. So they feel they can do it and get away with it. But if they have an idea that two can play that game, if I do, this my wife, they crazy so, or this my husband, they crazy so, I cannot try it. They give you a form of respect. Even if the man or the woman cannot hold herself, they will do it in such a way that you will never find out.
Let me switch over to the side of the side chick. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of this side chick who a man has come to you and he's talks about how dreadful his wife is, you know, how unhappy he is in marriage, how painful. No, you never know. Some men feel like
some men are.
I married somebody.
Then divorce.
Wait now, let me say.
Let me say. Miserable in marriage.
There's some men. So this you're not putting yourself as a side chick. The man has come to you. He's miserable.
Can I put myself as a side guy?
So he's obsessed with his marriage. He's tired. He only loves his children. He's done with her. He doesn't want her in her picture. And you are here. He loves you so much, like his entire life. And you see that when you're with him, you're happy. He makes you happy. You make him happy. And you guys are meant for each other. Your prayer point is that Father should please help you remove the wife. Father, please, I don't know what you're going to do. Every demon that's stopping me from marrying this man. Father, the Holy Ghost fire, come down and burn. You never know. You keep praying at the altar. God, please. And this man is my true love. Because indeed, it is me he truly loves. And then the woman, God forbid, now died.
Hey!
What would you do? What is it, hey? What would you now do?
I'm saying hey. I can't pray that kind of prayer.
No, because you don't want her to die. Your prayer was that God should maybe she should relocate to Canada or something. And God forbid, somebody now passes on. What exact? You as a side chick at this moment, what would you do?
Why did you do it like this now? It's not like that. I prayed. I didn't want the person to die.
But you were praying that God should remove.
Let me take one more because I don't want us to laugh about this.
That kind of prayer anyway. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I wouldn't pray that kind of prayer. I think things should just happen naturally.
Yeah.
You know, don't start praying because
don't
be
even
careful what you wish for.
What exactly? Do you think she should give sukkah to the man at this time, or she should just walk away?
After the man has lost
his wife,
then she will now walk away. He will now lose both ways. So what were you praying for in the first place?
Okay. So she should stay. If I was the side chick, I'll walk away.
No, you can't walk away. You prayed for the woman to be removed. However, the woman is removed is not your concern. Not be prayer you pray. God does not answer the way we pray. No, just get what I'm trying to say. When we pray that God should give us a car, He doesn't bring a car down now. He gives you an idea, you get a job, you do this, you do that, and then a car comes. And now you have prayed that God, that is if the kind of God you are praying to is even listening to that nonsense prayer in the first place. You pray that God should remove this person. And the person dies. The person has been removed. Why do you want to go?
Because you think you're not a ruthless person. You just wanted the person to relocate. You are ruthless
by sleeping with a married man. Simple.
Guys, I don't think the man will not even be able to go with her.
Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there?
If you love this wife.
I don't expect him to. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mariah, we just pity and so sad of the
I can't hear him.
Over
Sir, we can't hear you. Hello, sir. I really want to hear you. Okay, very good. It's clearer now. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I said it's just a pity. It's a pity and so sad for the woman that died over the weekend also. It's painful. And BC, is it BC or what is her name? The woman in
Julie, yes.
Yeah, she's so, when it comes to issues like this, she's so sharp, so intelligent. She knows to put those things together. And I give that to her anyway. You see, the issue of a woman chasing a side chick, so to say, or men chasing men going after their wife, it's a personal decision, you know. For the woman that went ahead chasing his husband or something over a woman, now she's no longer here. How will she continue to chase the man? I believe one thing is that she would have waited for this man peacefully, let the man return home. Now she has lost the man, lost the husband, put the children into pain and sorrow. Who will take care of those children? I already look. This man, you rightly said, Mariah, that we have some men that are born into this thing. They grow up with this thing. This is what they do. Who before they got married to the man or before the man married them, they already know this man cannot change. This is what some men does every day. Look, there's no man that is suspected in this whole issue we are talking here. It's few of us. The only thing that everybody know how to play into our game in secret.
Are you married?
Yes. It's the only way
do you
to
cheat?
Into the air. Yes, I'm married.
Are you cheating?
Married. Yes, I am married. And,
are you cheating on your wife? That's the question, Mr. Momo.
No. I don't need to do that.
He will not tell you now.
But I don't need to do that. Auntie.
YK.
Sorry, I tried to call Auntie, the other Auntie, because she's laughing. Because of the question was so.
Thank you very much, Mr. Momo. So I mean, we're looking at all the angles. Yes,
I wanted to just answer the question you asked. So if a man who is unhappy, most men have gotten side chicks because they claimed they were unhappy. That's what the stories they tell you. And my wife is making me sad. My wife is this. I'm depressed. I'm this and that. A woman who respects herself will tell the man, go and divorce and then come back. Clear it.
No, but some men don't come back.
No.
It's not all men.
You can't divorce because you have children involved. You can't divorce.
So what do you want to use me for?
You're my friend.
I love you. Want to keep me as a mistress.
And I'm fine with being a mistress. Some people are fine with being a mistress.
Most women are not fine being a mistress.
Some women are. Not all men.
Hold on.
That are cheating. That will tell you, oh, I'm not happy with my wife. That's why I'm cheating. They are just cheating.
But what they tell the women to get them, first of all, the ones I know, is that they are not happy in the home. You give me peace. She doesn't give me
wife
peace.
Has gotten fat.
She gives me She doesn't dress well anymore. She doesn't clean her undies and all that. I just relax here. They close from work instead of going home. They come here and chill. Eat pepper soup. Eat fish. We took a story one time now that the wife could not go and do the fish. He called the girlfriend on loudspeaker. Oh yeah, do fish, I'm coming. And then I enter supermarket to go and buy fresh fish to make. So those are some of the stories they use. But a woman who believes that I have to get it right and I have to pay attention to how I make another woman feel. So the thing about this is selfishness. You don't care about that other woman because she's not your friend, she's not your sister, she's not your family member. After all, now the man waka come meet me. So you stay there, and women do not know how to be mistresses quietly. They want the name at the end of the day because of the tag the society.
I don't think so. I think things have changed.
Men, listen.
There are some women that is their occupation.
Wait now.
They don't want your name.
There are some women in their occupation.
They don't want your name. They just want you to get them an apartment. They have 1 or 2 kids, and they're good to go.
I don't believe
that. They don't need you. They don't need your name.
They don't even want your child. They will still have their man that they're going to marry later on.
I don't believe that because when this man died, you see him showing up with the child. I don't believe that. It's easier for a side boy to just chill on the sidelines and knows I don't want you out of your husband's house than for a side woman to just say, all my life, I'm just going to be mistress in this society. They always have an end game at the end of the day. Especially the man is kind. The man is refreshing. The man drops money. You will not want to collect name.
It depends on, let me take this call. Maybe she's 35.
Let me take this call.
And she's looking for husband.
Princess from Abuja.
Let the young girls go to mistress.
Let me take.
But guys are waiting now. Let me cheating.
Let me take this call. YK. Princess from Abuja. Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
In fact, I've been trying to call in over 68 times.
Oh,
finally, I got in.
Thank you for getting to.
It's unfortunate I couldn't get in when you were talking about our dear Ponmo.
Yes,
but
go ahead.
The woman who unfortunately lost her life is painful.
Yeah,
very painful. As a married woman, I can relate with maybe what she was thinking. It's painful when you're giving your all and continuously, consistently, evil things like this just keep happening. If I were in her shoes, I'd have done it differently. All she needed to do was to create a map for that girl in that town and give her a piece of the hell she's putting her through. Chasing after the man was not called for. You can actually fight a cold war in the house without using words. And the man will be scared because he cannot tell what you're up to. Women talk and rant when they are angry. But when you don't talk, a man becomes a child before you and he's scared. he doesn't know what you're going to do next. I just pity the lady, and I pray that God grants her eternal
Thank you,
rest.
Princess.
Amen.
See, I recall a conversation
Amen.
I had with an auntie. Just while she was talking, I just remembered. Her husband left her. It was a cheating issue also. He left her. He had a baby outside, and she left. And, you know, she decided to leave, and she just left. You know, she didn't want to go through this kind of drama.
Yeah.
And she left. But you see, leaving was more heartbreaking for her because she had grown 10 years extra. Her face, you know, she has sucked up so much emotion. She didn't exert it like these people are exerting. She kept it in, and she grew old almost immediately because she's thinking of properties, how they're going to sell, how they're going to share, how she's going to raise the kids to go to school, how she's going to deal with family. You know, she go for a family event. You know, the emotional drain on a woman who's having to suck it up. I don't want to cause drama. I don't want to become that loud woman. Because those people who are loud and try to scatter it all, trust me, they find a way to get their own, they exert all that energy. But the woman who chooses to just have that cold war that she did, our last caller said, sometimes that's how cancer begins to develop because there's so much you're thinking about. So sometimes, how does a woman in that kind of thing, how do we really help women who are going through this?
So first of all, see a professional, get a therapist. There's no shame in discussing. I get calls every day that I'm having so and so in my marriage. I need to talk to you. Talk to somebody who can help you walk through regaining who you are. Because when marriage splits, you have lost a part of your identity. Everybody here knows me as Mrs. Ugbo. Everybody here knows you as Mrs. Morayo. If anything happens tomorrow, God forbid, and that other name is out of the equation, you know, it's going to take you a while to get your identity of who just Morayo is or who just BC is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's why you need help. You need to leave family members right now because everybody will come with their own baggages of, hey, marriage is like that, or just stay there, or just suffer it. Or get a professional to help you walk through finding yourself again. If the marriage is going to eat your head, this woman, poor her, may her soul rest in peace. This marriage has eaten her head. If before you get to that point where that marriage eats your head, get help so that you can help yourself ease into society, ease out of life, and get yourself back. I've seen a lot of people who have been divorced, who have been separated, who are living happy lives. It's not something that is not attainable. We can achieve that.
One of the things that we must know as human beings is that you will have, in any relationship, husband, wife, husband, you will have the ups and downs. You will have the mistrust. You will have the... So just find a way to live through it. I think don't let it age you. Don't let it, you know, just communication.
There's a message that just came, Mikey. It's a tribalist comment, but it's kind of funny. But let me read it. It's not my own comment, though.
Okay.
This is somebody that said, hello, Mariah. BC is 90% right. Hausa women date you, hide under religion, so you may not know. Igbo women will date their best friend's man, and she will not even know. Yoruba women, they love everything. They want to inherit you, your name, your future, your property, everything. Now us, they love them. You know, we are the ones that want to have that name. That you must move. You must enter, but this is just a tribalist stuff. But the truth is, as I said, I want us to look at all the sides. So finally, and the last juncture is this man.
Yeah.
Let's put ourselves in the shoes of this man.
So confused right now.
Yes. How could he move forward? Because his wife just died. Now, maybe he's sorry about what, because I heard that he was apologizing to her while she was in his in her blood, and in her pool of her own blood. And what's he thinking right now? What do you think if he was your brother? What would you advise him to do at this moment?
May it not be my brother.
Amen.
And
would his children ever forgive him? I mean, do you think it's something, is a conversation? Yeah, I don't know how old the kids are. Do you think it's a conversation he should have with his children? Do you think, because family, I think tell the children?
It's a really heartbreaking story. Yes. I don't know how the man is going to survive right now. This man needs a therapist.
He does.
He definitely,
does he need a therapist? Somebody that cheated on his wife. How kind of therapy does he need?
So he cheated on his wife, but he did not.
He didn't cheat to leave her now.
Do you understand? It just happened that way. And I don't know, but I think he needs to see somebody because it may take him a long... See, the guilt will never leave him. If he's a man that has a conscience, the guilt will never leave him. Anytime he closes his eyes, he will say, hey, it was me that caused the death of this woman, especially a woman who has tried, labored, sacrificed, and
he may never even be able to
recover fully. So he needs
that's not even what I was going to say.
He may never be able to do that one. I don't believe that thing.
Okay, why are you thinking about that? It's not too early.
I don't believe
it's too early
your
to
mind
do
is
what?
always on this matter. I thought
I said you don't say I'm sitting down.
Why are you thinking about that one at this
I'm just thinking that thing might not.
I mean, I disagree. When it comes to that thing, and
the
minds are different.
No, the minds are not different. Man, when you get money, nothing go happen.
No, then they do. Now,
that one is just to not have money.
You never had money.
If
you were never.
Excuse me. If you're a rich man, then the money you just see the money flying away. Nothing will happen.
See, I was poor.
If you are poor,
I was poor.
If you are if you
are the most,
then those are the poor people now. That's the only succor.
Entertainment
that's the only succor you have. That's why they have 7, 10 children. The one will get money before. Money don't fly.
Okay. The mindset is different. But trust me.
Trust me. Every shop we close.
Trust me.
Side chick, forget everything will go.
It depends on this guy. He's somebody that is not. He may still be able to do.
That's all we can take on the show. It's not yet Thursday. Today is Wednesday. See, we've crossed our boundary. This is not a Wednesday matter. Anyway, that is all we can take on the show. But this is not a laughing matter, really, because somebody has died. Because she has 3 children, families will have to take care of these children.
May her soul rest in perfect peace.
May her soul rest in
peace.
It's
the children that I just feel
we can also take lessons from this experience because, in this life, life is too short. No matter what. So I sent her. Me and my husband had a bit of fight yesterday. I sent a message to my auntie. I was just venting, and she was like, "Morel, don't let anybody stress you. It's life."
Calm down.
Calm down.
Buy chocolate ice cream and just chill.
Life is not. Don't let anybody stress you. You'll be all right. That's all we can take.
I'll give you chocolate in the car.
Please, I'll take that chocolate. I need that chocolate.
I've been down
I'll dip it in some ice cream. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.
I want that chocolate, YK.
The following is a...
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.